How do you get over the fear of getting hurt during a skill, whether it's tumbling or stunting or anything else?
Yeah, so this is a biggie. With fear of injury, there's really three different buckets athletes fall into. So there's the bucket that they've never been injured and they're afraid of getting hurt just because it's dangerous, right? You're stunting, like you're going up in the air, like there's a lot, I mean, just naturally the sport's dangerous. So that's the first bucket. The second bucket is you're currently injured. You're currently dealing with, maybe it's just even a tweak. It's not like a break, or maybe you're just really sore. Like that could even fall in that bucket. But that's the second bucket. And the third bucket is you've been injured, but you're fully recovered and ready to return. So out of those three different buckets, there's a little bit different strategy to handle it. So I would say if you've never been injured, but you're afraid of getting hurt, which is where most people I think fall, I want you to ask yourself, how many times have you done this skill without getting hurt? How many times have you done this skill safely? Versus how many times you've gotten hurt doing the skill?
Yeah.
Right? That's real. That's reality. So remember
Yeah.
brain, like the whole purpose of our brain, like the main number one thing that it's supposed to do is keep us safe. And
Yeah.
it does that by latching onto the bad things that can happen. So your brain
Yeah.
says, now you know you could fall. Now you know you could break something. Now you know you
Yeah.
could get
The
hurt doing this.
possibilities.
But the reality is you've done this skill 1,000, 100, whatever the case may be, times,
Yeah.
and you've never been hurt before. So there is like a
Mhm.
100% chance, I'll say 99.9% chance that you're
Yeah.
going to do it safely. So even just bringing yourself back to that doing a little reality check can be really
Hmm.
helpful in those situations.
Hmm.
If you're currently injured, it's not necessarily this question, I guess, because if you're injured and you're not doing skills, then obviously one of the things that I want you to be paying attention to is just giving yourself grace and knowing that taking time to heal correctly is going to be what's best for yourself and your entire team. I think sometimes it's like I need to hurry and get back because I'm hurting my team by being out, or I'm going to lose time, right? It's just every single day, what's my 100% today? What can I
Yeah.
give to today, right? So just focus on healing if that's where you are. Um, then there's the athletes they've been injured and they're fully recovered. And one of the
Hmm.
challenges with being in that place is you're afraid you're going to re-injure yourself or
Yeah.
you favor the other side, right? So if you broke your ankle, you're going to lean more carefully on your other ankle, or you're going to be more timid, or you're going to be focusing on that. And it's going to
Hmm.
cause you to make more mistakes and actually put yourself in more risk to re-injure
Yeah.
yourself, which is
Yeah.
a biggie. And so I think with that, it's really focusing on the fact that I am healed, I am safe, I know what I'm doing, and shifting focus to whatever the skill is. So if you're doing a hill stretch, right? It's like, okay, push, lock, strong
Hmm.
core, like whatever it is, give yourself something that has to do with the actual skill to focus on instead
Yeah.
of that irrational fear of, well, I could get hurt or, whatever that case may be. So.
Yeah. Okay. So if someone found this helpful or they suffer from mental blocks or anxieties or fears themselves, then how can they work with you or how can you help them?
Yeah, absolutely. So, the easiest way to get started is to sign up for a no cost conversation with me. So, I offer free performance check sessions, and that is a 30-minute virtual call. And the whole point of that is really to discuss what are your goals, what do you want, what's your dream, where do you want to be, and then where you are today. And I want to have a conversation and help this athlete see how to kind of close the gap. How do you get from where you are to where you want to be? And getting them to understand what's happening so they can let go of that frustration. That's really helpful. And what are some steps they can go ahead and start taking to move forward? So that's something I offer. It's called a performance check session. You can get signed up for it at mgpcoach.com/performance check session. And we'll put the link below this video. We'll include it somewhere so that they can get access and get signed up for that. Spots are limited, so if they want to get signed up, if this is interesting, absolutely go ahead and get signed up, please. But it's a great conversation. I spend about 20 minutes with the athlete, then do a parent recap at the end for the last 10 minutes. And it's no pressure, no obligation. It's just, I just want to help you, talk to you, give you some things to think about, give you things to consider maybe you haven't before so that they can move forward in their skills. And then if they found it helpful and they want to know more about what the programs look like and what maybe the best next step would be for them, then at the end of the conversation, then we'll talk through those options together.
All right, that's a good option.
Awesome.
And
Well,
I know
thank you.
you also have mental coaching or other courses available too, right? And free trainings.
Yeah, absolutely. So I've got tons of resources on my website. So if you go to mgpcoach.com, that is where you can find a lot of different resources. Also, we have a course. So I have a 12-week Mind Over Mental Block course that's available. We are going to be adding in some Q&A, office hour, like more live coach sessions. So to make sure that as you're working through the content and the curriculum and my 6-step Mind Over Mental Block process, as you work through that every week, you have an opportunity to ask your questions in person with a coach, one of my expert mental coaches. So that is an option. And then we're also going to be starting small group classes here in the next little bit. So so keep an eye out for information on that. So lots of ways to get support from us. Just get in contact with us however you can. But a good place to start is that mgpcoach.com, our website.